See, truth be told, I don't know what I feel about the fact that South Africa has been docked 3 points. Now they now have 14 points, and Benin Republic is now number 1 on the table, also with 14 points, and the Super Eagles is now with 11 points. So I'm seeing how close it is that we can make the World Cup finally. But I still know that we can't still make this World Cup. See, my calculators, I've made the calculations. After the last World Cup qualifiers, when we drew against South Africa, right, I had already given up hope that no, this World Cup, the Super Eagles will not be attending. But these 3 points and 3 goals that they just took away from South Africa is giving me serious headaches, right? I know we are not going to qualify, but now I'm thinking, what if? Because calculator Tibaje, calculator has spoiled, calculator is no longer working because we have 2 games to go. We are going to play Benin Republic and we are going to play Lesotho. We'll play Lesotho in South Africa, then play Benin Republic in Nigeria. So, is it that we should just kukuma dash our former manager Genotro World Cup tickets for Benin Republic? Because we did not do ourselves any favors. One, let's not even talk about the South Africa game. The game against Zimbabwe that we played at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, that game we should have won, because if we had won that game, after the deduction of these 3 points, that means South Africa or Benin Republic or Nigeria will all be on the same number of points. Now we will now be chasing head to head. Who scored this one first? Who has the highest number of goals? Who is going to win their final 2 games? But now, Benin Republic will want to come to Nigeria and come and beat us. South Africa, their final 2 games, they will be playing it at home. So there is no way, see, the possibility of South Africa losing any of those games or getting a draw in any of those games is close to 0. The possibility of Nigeria qualifying for this World Cup, I don't know what percentage I can give us, but I just feel that this is fake optimism again. They are giving us another fake optimism. They want us to have, we can make it to now start using calculator. But me, I have decided that I'm not using any calculator again. I have given up. I'm going to support African teams and maybe France at the World Cup, or Germany or England if Bukayo Saka and Eze finally, if they make it to the World Cup. So that's the country. Because the Super Eagles, they've given me enough heartache that I don't have any space in my heart to start considering, what if we beat Benin or Benin loses against, what if, no, I don't have that time again. So thank you, FIFA, for removing those 3 points, because we've been screaming for those 3 points since. But I don't think that Nigeria can make the World Cup. And it is so disappointing, because the only country, or the 2 countries that would have given us headaches, right, is South Africa and Benin Republic. And if we had won our games against Zimbabwe, home and away, Lesotho at home, we would have been home and dry. Imagine if we didn't even draw those games. We won those games and lost. Imagine if we lost in Zimbabwe and won in Nigeria. We're still going to have 3 points. Instead of, the draw, 2 points that we ended up having. Imagine if we won our home game against Lesotho. Come on, guys. I just feel that this is a whole lot of disappointment and heartbreak for Super Eagles fans, and we don't deserve this. So thank you, FIFA, for the optimism, for the extra gear that you want, the extra joy you want to give to us. But me sitting down here, I don't think I'm that optimistic for this World Cup. I wish all the countries that will be making it to the World Cup the best of luck. But Super Eagles, thank you for this memory. Let's take it to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations and win. Hopefully, we'll just use that one whole body. Because any other thing, Yorubas will say, nah, sheju. Alright, guys, so as the table stands right now, I've been doing a lot of ranting without even talking about the table. So this is what the table looks like at the moment. I think I mentioned it, yes, I think I did. Benin Republic has 14 points and plus 4 goals, so they are on top of the table. South Africa has 14 points plus 3 goals, so they are second. Nigeria has 11 points plus 2 goals, that means we are third. Rwanda has 11 points, 0 plus goals. Lesotho 9 points minus 3 goals, and Zimbabwe that we could not beat. They have just 4 points, and imagine Zimbabwe packed 2 of those 4 points from the giants of Africa. Zimbabwe packed 2 out of the only 4 points that they got from Nigeria. But this one pay me enter bone. pay me, but what can we do? We move. Congratulations to those that are going to the World Cup once again. But for the Super Eagles and me, we out.